In today's video, I'm going to tell you what jean rises and jean styles are actually selling. So what I'm going to tell you in this video is based on 1,500 recently sold listings. 750 listings from Poshmark, 750 listings from eBay. The 1,500 listings are all pre-owned jeans and they're all recently sold. Let's start with rise. We have 3 rises: low, mid, and high. eBay's definition for those is low rise is less than 8.5 inches, mid rise is 8.5 to 10.5 inches, and high rise is 10.5 or greater. What do you guys think? What's going to be the most sold? The results here didn't really surprise me. Of the 1,500 listings, about a third had the rise listed in the title. Of those third, 10% were low rise. So that means most of them were not low rise. And the people saying low rise is coming back, maybe that number was lower a year ago, but it's still not a very significant portion of the sold listings. 22% were mid rise, and that means the majority, or 68%, were high rise. So people are still buying high rise, and if it's going out of style, well, it's still a significant portion of what's selling. To get a little more information, I looked specifically at the eBay versus the Poshmark listings to see if anything stood out there. On eBay, there were more low-rise listings than on Poshmark. So Poshmark, only 13 of the 750 had low-rise in the title, versus eBay, 31 did. So twice as many on eBay. Main takeaways here: high-rise is still selling, and if low-rise is making a comeback, it's still not a significant portion of what is selling. Let's move on to styles. I'm going to put 11 style keywords on the screen, and I want you to guess which 4 are going to be the bad keywords. Bad maybe isn't the right word, but the keywords that are not often coming up in the sold listings, and then the 7 that are frequently coming up. The 11 keywords are straight, flare, jagging, mom, fray, skinny, relaxed, ankle, crop, boot, and boyfriend. Let's start with the bottom 4. So these 4 keywords had 3% or fewer of the listings with this word in the title. So I looked at the 1,500 listings, and 3% or fewer of the titles had these words in them. The number 4, or the worst, this one did not surprise me, is the word jagging. Jagging are the super tight jeans that are almost leggings, as the name implies, and only 1% of the 1,500 listings had jagging in the title. This, again, doesn't surprise me. I haven't been hearing people say jaggings are coming back in. I haven't been hearing people say that they're in style for a while, and I haven't been seeing many people wear them. So jagging didn't surprise me. Now, the number 3 of the bottom 4 did surprise me, and that is the word mom. Only 1% of the 1,500 listings had the word mom in the title. I wonder if you were to pull listings from Depop, if this would be significantly higher. Depop is an app that's generally used by younger people. It's known for kind of following the trends more, because I've been hearing for, the last few years that mom jeans are in style. But based on these 1,500 listings, not a lot of people are actually buying mom jeans on eBay or Poshmark, or at least not listings that have mom in the title. Number 2, on a related note, is relaxed. So I was listening to Thrifter's Villa. It's a really fun podcast that I often listen to that talks about reselling. I will link it down below. And they were talking about how relaxed jeans are on the runway a lot right now. But at least in what's selling on Poshmark and eBay, relaxed was not coming up in titles very often. So only 2% of sold listings had relaxed in the title. And then the 4th is boyfriend. So only 3% of the 1,500 listings had the word boyfriend in the title. And if you're not sure what these styles are, I will definitely be putting pictures on the screen so you can see what they look like. And boyfriend is, like a more relaxed fit, looser jean. So goes in tandem with the word relaxed as well. So that means the other 7 were the ones that were coming up the most frequently. Each of these 7, at least 10% of the listings had these words in the title. Number 7 is fray. So fray is referring to the bottom hem of the jean, and 10% of the listings had the word fray in the title. And again, I'll put a picture in here of an example. Number 6 is the word crop, C-R-O-P. This is often in the style name, like the official style name of the jean. And this is going to be a shorter jean, not as short as a capri, but not full length. And 11% of listings had the word crop in the title. Number 5, this one kind of surprised me, is boot. So that could be boot cut or just boot, but the word boot. 11% had the word boot in the title. So people are buying boot cut jeans. Number 4 is very related to number 6, and that is the word ankle. So ankle, again, is referring to the length, and it's talking about a jean that is in between full length or capri, an ankle jean. And again, I'll put a picture in here so you can see an example. 11% of the 1,500 listings had the word ankle in the title. Number 3, this is one I have been hearing is in style right now. It's trendy, and that is flare. So flare came up in 12% of the titles, and flare is going to be your big, like the leg opening is very large, maybe like 12, 13 inches. I'll put in a picture here of a pair of flare leg jeans that I sold last year, and it's actually me wearing them and styling them. Number 2 is straight. So 12% of the listings had the word straight in the title. Straight is what, like along with mom jeans, I've been hearing straight leg the last few years are in style, mom jeans are in style. But straight actually did come up number 2, again, 12% of the 1,500 listings. And number 1, the most common keyword of all of these that came up was skinny. Skinny! That surprised me because I definitely have heard people saying the last few years that skinny jeans have been out, and then maybe the last 6 months to a year, I've been hearing people saying, oh, they're starting to come back in. But if you're like me, you've continued to wear skinny jeans throughout that entire time and haven't really changed that much. But yeah, skinny was the most common. Again, 13% of the 1,500 had the word skinny in the title. I will note, and it's important to point out, there was not much of a range here. So fray was 10%, skinny was 13%. So all 7 of these keywords came up at almost the same frequency. And it just goes to show that none of these were standing out as significantly higher than the rest. Unlike with rise, where high rise was almost 70% of the listings, or 70% of the listings that had rise in the title. When it comes to style, there's a lot of styles that are being purchased and not one really stands out compared to the rest. Finally, I want to give a shout out to Jennifer. Jennifer is a viewer of the channel, and in the past, I've done videos like this where I pulled a bunch of data and I told you guys what brands are selling. And she reached out to me and said, for my prior work, she's retired now, but in my prior work, I pulled a lot of data and I know how to make this far less manual than what you're doing. So she actually pulled all the information for this video, and I want to give her a huge shout out. If you guys want to check out her Poshmark closet, I would really appreciate it as a thank you to her. Her closet is oohah, OOHAHH. I offered to pay her, and she said that she didn't really want to take compensation, but she would take a shout out. So I will link her Poshmark closet down below. And again, please go visit it to give her a thank you. And I am going to do 3 videos with this data. So this is video number 1, talking about the styles that are selling. Next will be a video talking about the top 10 brands that are selling between $25 and, is it $100 or $150? I can't remember the top end. I already have the information ready to go, but I can't remember. And then the last video will be the top 10 jean brands that are selling above whatever it was, 100 or something like that. Stay tuned because a new video, specifically the top 10 jean brands video, will be out soon.